on songs, but it stuck nonetheless. The sleds really didn't do anything other than hang out and listen to music while cutting each other down. And Bill made as much fun of the sleds as he did of himself. He showed us how to enjoy the moment for what it was, creating memories that at the time seemed so silly and unimportant. The implication was that the sleds were lazy, uninhibited, and free to joke around. And in reality, they came to represent a special club that we all belong to, that tied us together, forging the solidification of bonds that have now lasted a lifetime. In our final year as firsties, and as such, we took on the responsibilities of leading the entire cadet corps. It was really no surprise that Bill was chosen to be the top dog, our company commander. He exhibited a consistency in his academic standing and military performance. He demonstrated the temperament to be firm but fair when in charge. He exuded confidence that was not mistaken with conceit. He practiced the values of duty, honor, and country because it was right. Not because it was required. Bill's potential to lead was recognized by all, but most importantly by us, his peers. And he showed us how to set a professional tone that gave us the understanding of the maturity that we would need to become young officers in service of the United States Army for this great nation. Now, our cadet years ended over 25 years ago, and yet in the years since, we've periodically been united, whether it was just as a few or as a group. And our ability to reconnect has been almost as if no time had passed still. We never fail to highlight that the Academy has become lax since we left. Or that the current music that the youth listen to is absolutely abhorrent. Or that the Army football team is eventually going to beat Navy. But once those facts were established, we always turned to the most important things in life. And for Bill, that was his 4 children. Despite any professional successes that he achieved, it was clear that he was actually most proud of Charlie, Sally, Gus, and Elizabeth. He always had pictures to show and a ready story of their latest accomplishments. And he never failed to ask us about our families and our children. And in doing so, he reminded us to recognize the real priorities of life. When a good man is taken early from his family and friends, it's easy to think that life is unfair. It certainly feels that way. And yet, once again, Bill has been our leader, demonstrating the ability to face suffering with courage and dignity. And through it all, his concern was more for others than it was ever for himself. There's a famous poem about West Point cadets called The Corps. Every cadet who attends the Academy is required to memorize it. And despite reciting it hundreds of times prior to graduation, few of us capture the real meaning of those words. It isn't until years later when we begin to lose our brothers that we come to understand. The following words are from the end of that poem. Grip hands with us now, though we see not. Grip hands with us now, strengthen our hearts. As long as the long line stiffens and straightens, with the thrill that your presence imparts. Grip hands, though it be from the shadows, while we swear as you did of yore, or living or dying to honor, the Corps, and the Corps, and the Corps. Whenever West Point classmates assemble together, they always salute those who are present, those who are not able to be present, those who are not with us any longer. As long as we assemble, landmine will be remembered. As long as we assemble, Billy's presence will be felt. As long as we assemble, Bill will be saluted and honored. For despite despite leaving us, Bill has not truly died. He will live in our hearts forever.